Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Parc Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Georgia Tech's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Dumps it to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll give it to him again. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on first and goal. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Welsh. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback will keep it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like
deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Floats it out in space. Smashes through the tackle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Georgia State jumps back to the line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first season.
Caught in the backfield. It's Fleming. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Fair catch, called for and made. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going up top on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And Tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Buys a little extra time. He throws back to the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTEP. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Westbrook. Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dan.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that half.
Not much. much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw. It's Westbrook. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's right on target. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the ground game. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Throws to the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that.
Sends it downfield. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. Just flicking away defenders. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
To the air, it's Westbrook. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Heels the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? No, they slip right.
Throws for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After misfiring, it's second down. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Offense gets set for second down. Just going to keep it after the snap. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
A designed run for the quarterback. Tackle is made after the first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. quickness to grab it off the deflection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch.
Going to take a shot. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the fourth quarter and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Oh, he wants it all. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. On second down, looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 14 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. Fires on the move. Got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
To the air, it's Westbrook. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. Hit as he throws. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants.
29 filling.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires on the move. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. He makes a grab. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. It'll be a draw. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Westbrook. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways